I was like, fuck.
Bam, we're live. It was weird doing the show without you. I'm not going to lie. Me and Justin are amazing, but without you, we're just fucking a set of tits. With you, we get the brain.
I
We're just a hoe without you.
Good. It was a good show though. I did watch it. I liked
all right. And you saw, did we talk about did we talk about Ian Gary at all in the last show?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, those fucking guys. Oh, by the way, I want you to meet Caleb. Caleb, have you met Darian before, Caleb?
Yep, we have met.
Yeah, I think
all right, cool. All right, get in the back then. Look at him.
Good
Look at him.
you.
Where are you, Caleb? What country are you in?
Somewhere.
Yeah, you can't tell, huh? Caleb's in the Air Force. He can't. He deployed a few weeks ago, and he can't tell us where he's at.
That means he's bald.
That means he's in the desert somewhere. He never had. No, that's the most hair he's had. That's the most hair. He got a little patch growing in the back like a yarmulke now. He used to be bald as shit.
Like that one fighter. What's that one fighter that has that fucking or had the ponytail? He doesn't have it now. That dude who beat Glover Teixeira.
Yeah, Prosniak.
Yeah, we'll say that. Prosniak. That sounds good.
I don't know. I just know that when I had my Instagram account with a blue check mark, he used to DM me. Now he ignores me.
Damn.
I don't blame him. I'm not hating. Hey, before Justin comes on here, I want to show you something and ask your opinion, unfiltered opinion on this. Can you pull up that picture of Gilbert Burns and Hazmat, Caleb? What do you think about this Hazmat Diaz fight? I'm scared for Diaz. This guy's 185. This is a 185 pounder. Oh no, sorry, not this one. The did I send another one with him and Gilbert Burns? Maybe I didn't. Are you concerned for Diaz at all?
All right. Well, from all the time that I've been watching MMA, especially been watching Nate Diaz, which he's it's always a great show to watch Nate Diaz.
Right.
I don't know if I'm necessarily worried, I mean, what are they doing the fight at 170 pounds?
I would guess, yeah. I would guess they're doing it welterweight. For those of you who don't know, Darian is a welterweight in the UFC. His last fight was with Ian Gary, and this is his third or fourth time on the show. Okay. He's just so big, dude.
He is a big dude.
He fought at 185, I think, in his UFC debut, maybe.
But yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know if it was it a UFC debut? He used to fight at 185 before he got in the UFC, though. He did. He fought. He's knocked some 185ers out. I've seen it. I feel like Nate Diaz, though, I don't know. I never count Nate Diaz out. He's just one of those guys that you put him up against matchups, and he's fucking ginormous compared to Gilbert Burns, ain't he?
Yeah. Have you trained with Gilbert Burns in person?
Never.
No. Have you?
I've seen him, and I'm a little bit bigger than Gilbert Burns as well.
Okay.
Gilbert Burns like 5'9".
Okay. Yeah, he may have fought at 155 before, to be honest.
Yeah, he did. He used to.
He did.
Fight
okay.
5, yeah, and then he jumped back. He jumped up to 70 because he didn't, want to cut all that weight. But I never count Nate Diaz out. Nate Diaz is a 6'1" jiu-jitsu black belt practitioner that can take punches all fucking fight. You know what I mean? So I would like to see Nate Diaz get him to the ground, though. I feel like Nate Diaz can win there. Cosmot is a good wrestler and a guy who does Sambo, and that's like beach wrestling and fucking.
Ouch. Is that a subtle dig? Sambo is beach wrestling?
Yeah. But
how about really the respect for Sambo is not there? How about Sambo or judo?
Okay, I would do Sambo over judo.
Okay, all right.
Judo's just,
careful.
judo,
I'm gonna give Kayla Harrison your phone number and your address. You better be careful what you say.
Well, hold on now. Give me a couple weeks of training for her. Eat it. Now, are you scared for Nate Diaz?
Yeah, I'm scared. Hey, dude, speaking of Kayla Harrison, we just said Burns fights at 155. Kayla Harrison fights at 155. At lean. Hazmat would have to just throw her out of the ring, right? And her whole family?
Have to. Yeah, she's a different animal. I'm ready to see her. What's her deal? Is she not going to go to the UFC, or she wants to do it? She wants to fight in PFL, or what is that?
My only, and I have a very superficial understanding. My understanding is she's the best. She's not a spring chicken. And obviously she used to train with Nunes. I think she knows she's better than Amanda. I think she knows that she could go to the UFC and clean up. I think it would also be a little difficult for her to make 145, but she does think she can do it. But at the end of the day, she's chasing the almighty dollar. That is not a dig at her at all. That's actually props to her. She's staying with the PFL. I think Tupac said it, fuck the fame. All I want is the money. And it's like, fame is stupid compared to money.
Literally. That's a smart decision too. I mean,
but I do think in her contract with the PFL, if anyone wants some, they can come get it, and PFL will do it. Like, she doesn't have to stay in the league play like all the other girls. Like if Dana was like, yeah, we're sending over Juliana Pena, or I think that they're game. I think that's my understanding. She's got a lot of flexibility. I mean, that's the only reason why I watch the PFL, to be honest with you. And it's got to be a lot of people. I hear she's fighting. People start texting me, and I run over there and watch that shit.
I do enjoy a lot of PFL fights.
Yeah. There's just only so much time in the day to watch fighting.
It's crazy. You can't even you can't elbow to the face in PFL.
You can't?
I don't think you can elbow to the face or something like that, because they do it like in tournament styles all the time. So like they want you to be right back. Fighting like a.
Oh, Justin, why don't you go ahead and take 5? Take your time, buddy.
He forgot the math.
He saw you were wearing your wife beater, and he's like, shit, he's going to get one himself. Okay, so you're not scared. You don't think it's something like, part of me was like, oh my God, do they hate him over at the UFC? Are they just feeding Nate Diaz to the dogs?
I mean, literally, that's what he asked for. He asked to have the biggest fight he can. To my knowledge, this is his last fight.
Yeah.
He's not fighting again after this. He wants to retire on this fight.
Not in the UFC, that's for sure.
Yeah. And so I don't think, So I think, he wants to go out with a bang. And I mean.
So did Justin's wife.
Yeah.
She
Justin
got it too.
Yeah, ooh, that's sexy. Justin, do you have a towel wrapped around your neck? Were you just training? Were you just in the gym throwing some?
Yeah, I'm going to be working harder than Darian. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Justin, I want you to look at this picture of Khamzat Chimaev and Gilbert Burns. We were just talking about how Gilbert is a former 155er, and this dude Chimaev is a 185er. Are you scared for Nate Diaz at all? Like, did you hear what happened? By the way, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just kind of making a pre-sub. This guy's been set up with Nate Diaz. He's going to kill Nate. Nate's a national treasure.
No.
Tell him, Justin.
No.
I mean, Nate Diaz, you can't ever count him out. Everyone counted him out on Conor McGregor, bodied him.
Dude, I'm telling you, the video of him jumping at the guy with the beer in his hand when he was walking out to the octagon was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, the funniest shit. I think that was actually a fighter. I think it was Leon that did that too. Yeah, he flinched him hard, dude.
I'm not gonna lie though, I can't laugh at the guy because I would jump like a little bitch at Nate Diaz too if he came at me like that.
Dude, that was hilarious. The beer was in the air.
I bet Nate Diaz is not gonna get killed like you think, right?
No.
Hey, do you know why? UFC fighters don't have sex before the matches?
Yeah, they just do edging. They just do edging.
No. I don't know why they don't have sex either, but I would imagine it's because they don't really like each other.
I like. Yes. Oh,
yes.
That was hilarious.
Hey,
a fantastic play on words, Mr. Nunley. A fantastic play on words. Thank you.
Timbers were shivered right there.
Right there, dude. He thought he was gonna get fucking slapped.
Yeah, that is a fighter. Actually, I was gonna try to get him on the show. Yeah. And you know what?
I will tell him how big of a bitch he is for flinching.
It's actually Darian. That was Darian.
Well, I called him a bitch last night, so.
Oh no, yeah.
I want to go right into this fight. Speaking of fucked up mismatches, we were supposed to see a hell of a banger between Darren Till and Jack Hermansen.
Oh yes.
Darren Till has stepped out, and this cat has jumped in. Not Curtis Blades, but Curtis. Turn the page, Sevy.
Bob Seger.
Not Bob Seger. Good guess.
Turn the page.
Chris Curtis has jumped in. Chris Curtis is a fucking welterweight. He's a 171-pound dude who's getting in with Jack. He's 5'8", and he's getting in with Jack Hermansen, who is a fucking killer at 185. But say that again.
You got side by side here?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we pop it up here. Well, first, I want you to see this. Hold on, I'll give you the side by side. Can you go to the next screen? Watch with Jack Hermansen how dirty he talks to Darren Till. I mean, he bitches.
When you heard that Darren Till was out of this fight.
Well, I kind of anticipated it through the whole camp. I don't know why I just had a bad feeling about it. Maybe because the first time I wanted to fight him, he declined the fight. Second time, he pulled from the fight. Third time, he didn't even announce the fight himself. Couldn't see any sign of him fighting, and it just gave me a bad feeling about it. So
Darren Till has not made this fight 4 times.
To be honest, I wasn't surprised.
I think Darren Till's on a 3-fight losing streak.
Is he?
Pretty sure he's been getting just starched.
So his star just skyrocketed when he destroyed Cowboy, and then he just fucking is plummeting.
Fucking plummeted. It all started when he tried to. He actually went for the belt. He got a title fight against Tyron Woodley, and he got fucking choked out in like the second or third round. Choked out. Hard.
And was that Woodley's last win?
Probably. I'm going to say yeah, it probably was. Because I mean, who's
is that? Those are his last. Those are Darren Till's last fights.
Yes.
No. They're okay.
Yes.
Wow. Brunson,
and
Robert
his win
Whitaker.
was a split.
I can't. How can you beat Kevin Gastelum but lose to Jorge Masvidal? It just shows how much I don't understand the sport.
Dude, I'm telling you, Kevin Gastelum is just one of the greatest warriors ever. I have a guy that I train with, and I've trained with for years. He looks exactly like Kelvin Gastelum, and not only that, he fights exactly like Kelvin Gastelum. Like, he will not stop punching even if he's gushing blood. And this is practice. And I'm like, you can take a seat. He's like, no, you must die. Like, he is Kelvin Gastelum, I think, is one of the greatest fighters in the UFC.
I agree. I thought he was going to win the belt.
And he's only like 25, 26.
Hey,
Go ahead, Justin.
Back to Nate.
Yes.
How much notice did he have on this?
Well, the fight's not this week. It's like it's in October.
Oh, he's good.
No, September. Sorry, September 10th.
He good.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel like he is too. I mean,
Hey, will he get juiced up for this?
Why, I would.
Yeah, because he's pretty anti. He's pretty vocal about not getting juiced up. But it's his last fight. Why not take some human growth hormone or some shit? Like be like if you're
and just knock out Cosmod right there on the mat and just
Victor Conti just entered the chat.
I want to show you. Can you go to Nate's Instagram, Caleb? I want to. Nate's body is changing a little bit.
Hey, I seen a story the other day while he's looking that up. I seen a story the other day where I believe it was Dana White talking about some fighter was getting drug tested and he hid under the ring. Was it Bones Jones? Yeah, it was Bones Jones. He hid under the octagon for like 8 hours.
I did hear about that. Like,
I didn't know he hid under there for 8 hours, but I knew he hid under there.
Because they knew he was in the building and they was like, we'll sit in the waiting room. We'll just sit right here. And he had to stay under there for 8 hours from what they said.
I've never seen Nate's body look like that. Go back over there.
Oh, yeah, he's filled up now, ain't he?
Yeah. Hey, he looks like, or he's eating meat, or he stopped eating like grass.
Yeah, I know.
Look at his chest. Look at his titties. Those look nice.
For those
the Theo Von talk.
Yeah.
For those brothers to be like the badasses of the UFC, when I found out that they were vegans, I'm not gonna lie, it knocked a notch off for me. I will say,
How the hell do they have the energy, man?
dude, I don't know. And I mean, I'm all for eating your vegetables.
Listen, I have low T and I eat meat, right? And I still struggle with the energy, man. It's real.
Dude, I mean, they said that there's a lot of athletes, even football players, that say like switching to, a vegan diet is they feel is stronger than they've ever felt. And
Dude, give it a try for your next fight.
I don't know.
No, Darian.
Do it for the vine.
Hey, ask Canelo how it went.
Oh, Canelo tried it?
His last fight.
Oh,
And granted, that was a big dude, but he looked like ass. Hey, by the way,
edging.
yeah, he should have done more edging. Justin, I work with this company called California Hormones.
Yeah.
And they'll come out and do your blood work for you, and I'll get you all juiced up. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah,
I'm not joking. California Hormones, testosterone replacement therapy. I got like 4 of my buddies on it, and they're just fucking.
Dude,
if their forehead hasn't grown, but their energy levels have grown.
Dude, if I'm going in, I'm going all in. We fix it to look like Jose Canseco in '92.
Oh shit.
How ridiculous were him and Mark McGuire? That was awesome.
They had some big ass forearms.
Just blatant.
Huge. They were huge back then.
Caleb, can you show us a smooth jack? Darren, can you do this? There's smooth jack and there's fierce jack. I want to show these guys smooth jack first.
I always jack. I mean,
what?
I always fierce jack. I don't know about you, but
look at smooth jack. Look at this.
Oh, that's not what I thought it was going to be.
Not at all.
I thought she was going to OnlyFans or something.
What?
That's nice.
Can you do that, Darian?
Yeah, can you do that, Darian?
I don't know if I can say in my life I've never tried that ever. When did this become a workout?
I don't know. Now look at fierce jack. I know you can do this. Look at fierce jack. Look at fierce jack is a beast.
Man, if you pull up some dude beating it, I swear to God.
This is fierce Jack Hermansen. Jack's the real deal, man. Hey, Jack hasn't been in there with Izzy yet, right?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, we got to see that.
But he did get beat by somebody. I want to say that. I'm trying to think who it was at 185. I saw him, and I think it was a decision loss. I mean, he didn't get knocked out, but.
When Chris Curtis was being interviewed, he said the only person he's afraid of is Yoel Romero.
Well, I wouldn't have said that at all.
I know. Exactly. I wasn't happy with that. He's getting double the pay for fighting Hermansen. He only had 2 weeks notice. He's a welterweight. And in his press conference, he said, I already have 8 losses. What worse can happen to me? I'm like, he's going in there to get pounded.
He's going in there to die as soon as.
Or you could look at it and be like, that dude ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
That is true. He doesn't, but
he's like, fuck it. I got 8 losses. Let's roll.
Let me see this guy.
There he is. He's 5'8". Hermansen's 6'1".
Dude, that guy's ugly.
Hey, Hermansen.
I will say,
it's a face to punch.
The Curtis guy does hit like a freight train.
He does.
Yeah, he does punch like a freight train. So. And I mean, he has some good wrestling, but I mean, it's going to be really tested with a guy the size of Jack. I mean, goodness gracious, the dude's huge, so it's going to be kind of difficult to take him down. But hey, maybe more power to the kid. You know what I'm saying? Doing things like this kind of solidify you in the UFC's eyes. So whether you win or lose, they will make sure keep this guy's contract rolling, you know what I'm saying? Because he will save shows. He will fight anybody. He will step up, you know what I mean? So, hey, I give him, some props. And he is only 5'9". He's
do you know him? Do you know him?
I fought on a couple shows with him. The last couple shows I fought on, he was actually on.
Yeah, he seems like he's got a great attitude. He said the coolest thing he said is he's 35 years old and he's never owned a brand new car. And he said he wouldn't waste money on a new car until he's got $500K in the bank. And I was like, I respect that.
Legit. Okay.
Yeah, I respect that. That means he's smart.
A lot of people, they even get, one or two checks from there, and they're like, okay, yeah, let's go get a Maserati.
Dude, these fools are financing cars for 10 years now. Banks are financing people 10-year car loans.
Sean O'Malley is showing up to fights in a private jet.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I think he's betting on his future. Yeah, he's betting on his future.
And I think
And Peter Yan is going to fucking tie him into a fucking. Did you see that fight got made? Peter Yan is going to maybe end his career.
Yeah, O'Malley's done after this. That was that was too big of a bite to take off at one time. Because Corey, you know who Corey Sandhagen is?
Sure do.
Peter,
Savage.
He is a beautiful striker, and Peter Yan fucking, I mean, put the fucking wood to him. I mean, oh man, I ain't never seen nobody get so beat, and he's as tall as O'Malley is. Corey Sandhagen's 5'11". You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he's as tough as they come. That he could take a punch.
As tough as they come, and you ain't never seen O'Malley get punched yet.
Right.
So, like, oh man, me personally, I like O'Malley. You know, people hate him. He is cringeworthy, but you know, I like him just for the simple fact that he took this role that, you know, that he was, you know, given, and he ran with it. I mean, people hate him, people love him, and everyone tunes in when he's on the card. But
that's true. That's true.
That's a statement, and I ain't gonna lie though. But
that's true.
Love seeing his chin hair on the canvas. I will. I mean, it's gonna be.
Do you like him, Justin?
Yeah,
you do like him.
I was looking at that chest tattoo, man. Pull that back up.
I mean, it's basically he went to the store. He went to the tattoo shop and said, "Make me look like Connor."
Dude, man, this guy's got the straight Smokey and the Bandit tattoo.
Is that what it is?
I don't know, but it looks like it.
Dude, yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, he did that as soon as he got famous too. Like he was Conor McGregor. Like if you need a chest tat in order to be Conor McGregor.
Hey, speaking of Conor, is he going to be any good when he comes back?
Dude, he's going to be fighting dudes, and this isn't to dig, but I think we're only going to see Conor fight like dudes like Jim Miller from here on out.
It seemed like he had already kind of lost the edge before he got hurt in his 2 matches before the injury.
Yes. I mean, he got knocked out quicker than I don't even think I've ever seen him get knocked out. And fucking Dustin Poirier put his ass on the bench.
Well, I think we all knew that was going to happen anyway. So
I didn't. I was still on the hype train.
I was shocked to see it go that quick. You know what I mean? Second round, knocked you out. You know what I mean? Then after he broke his leg, yeah, that's just in my mind went where you're going. I was like, oh, put it in a bag, then boy, he's done. You know what I mean? Like
Poirier's a bad dude.
A bad.
Let's put that in perspective too. Think of how much harder all of these guys hit than Nick Diaz. Than Nate Diaz.
Nick's all smoking joints somewhere.
No, sorry.
What is
Nate
he
Diaz.
doing now?
Like Nate Diaz, I bet you hits half as hard as Chimaev.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. He is a boxer. He has boxing, accolades as well. I'm
telling you, Nate's one fighter you can't count out, man.
Count him out. I mean, he is just a dog of a fighter. I mean, he's literally getting his ass whooped by Leon Edwards the whole fight, and then punches him one time and almost fucking sends.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, and he could have won that fight if he didn't stop for the 10 seconds and point at him and laugh. That's the type of shit Nate Diaz is on. You know what I mean?
And that kind of fucked Leon up. If that wouldn't have happened, everyone would be high on Leon. But because that happened, everyone's like that. That kind of fucked Leon up.
Dude, UFC fucking Diaz lovers, they'll straight up be like, "Oh, well, Diaz won that fight, bro. You see how he dropped him at the end?" That's what they remember from that fight. They don't remember shit that Leon Edwards did and the rest of it. You got fucking cracked at 15 seconds to go, and you was walking like you were stepping in potholes. I loved it. I got hyped. I even told my wife, I was like, I told you he was gonna win.
This is why people like Nate Diaz. Look, here he is with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, this is why. He's just
This is why.
This is why
People love him.
He's a And he's a real. I will say, like, I mean, it's a persona for sure, but he is one of the realest, guys that are in the sport. He tells people like it is. He says what he wants to say. I've even seen a video of him slapping the shit out of Dana White.
Yeah, and peeing at the PI, right?
Yeah,
just in the bushes at the PI.
Like, he is fucking just.
I'm telling you, I would do that too, though. And I'm beating up no one, but I'd pee in the bushes at the PI too. I pee anywhere I want. That's my God-given right. I just pee anywhere. Same with parking spots. Someone asked me the other day, how do you feel about parking? I park wherever the fuck I want. Every spot, anywhere, handicap, the 24-minute spot. Fuck you. I pay mad taxes and I contribute, and I'm the first person to help an old lady with their shit. And like, I'm
gonna have
to
call. I gotta call bullshit.
I park. What about helping old ladies or parking in the handicap?
You're telling me you go into Chili's and you park in the carry out.
I take two of the spots. I take two of the spots.
He said,
diagonal in my minivan that hasn't been washed in 3 years.
He said, I don't give a fuck if you can't walk. This is my.
Yeah. Hey, you're 100 pounds overweight. You should park at the back of Costco. How about at Costco where there's like 75 handicap spots? You're like, good. Don't. That's how small. I poop in my van too. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I had to poop in my van once. Before we get to the really big fights, I want you to look at this chick, Hannah Goldie, who's fighting Molly Meatball. Molly Meatball is the young lady who's riding Patty Pimblett's coattails. She trains with him, and Patty's on this hype train. And since this chick trains with him and has put a couple knockouts together, people are riding her hard. But look at this chick she's fighting. This is Hannah Goldie.
Whoa!
If you want to have, it's a good Instagram account.
I see that.
What's that IG?
Yeah. Pardon me?
What's that IG, dog?
Hannah, HANNAH Goldie. Thank you, Caleb. Hannah Goldie.
Dude, and I will say, Justin, some of your posts, when I see these, I don't even realize it's your Instagram until I hear that. Listen, I'm like, oh, I love it. This motherfucker got me, boy. I'm over here enveloped in the video, and then, listen, did you know? I'm like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, he didn't even pull the best picture up.
I know. There's so many. So when we go in a minute, we're going to go to the list of fights, and I just want you to remember when we ask you who to pick. I also want you to check out. I think this one is on. No, this is the first fight on the main card. It's Volkan Ozdemir, who has hands of death. We've seen him touch someone and they just fucking go unconscious. But he's fighting Paul Craig, big Paul Craig. And Paul Craig's, the jiu-jitsu specialist. He's just choking everyone out, just wrapping everyone up. But look at the size of Paul Craig's head. He's not a normal man. Look at this. Oh no, so that's Volkan. So okay, well we can stay there for a second. Sorry, Caleb, we can stay there for a second. So Volkan is Volkan came into the UFC. I thought he was going to go straight for a title fight. He had a few tough losses, but look who he trains with. Yeah, Alexander Gustafsson, Kazmat Chimaev, and then Volkan's the guy with the UFC shirt on.
Yeah, I always think he's a weird fighter. I don't like his fighting style for some reason.
He is weird. Yeah,
he's he's like a real goofy the way he gets in there, and he just looks like some guy that I don't know that you'd see at a gas station and fucking be like, yo, get the way out of the fucking pump so I can get gas. He's that guy. Like, I can't.
Justin, that sounds like something you'd say.
Oh, dude, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Is I'm telling you, when a motherfucker gets gas, is done pumping, and they walk in, and there are people waiting to get gas.
Move your fucking. That's why I can park wherever I want, because I don't do shit like that.
I want to push them out of the way. I fought the urge a couple times.
I fucking hate it too. Yeah, and I mean the second to that, and he looks like this too. Of when you're in the gas station and you're waiting for some dude to buy lottery tickets, they buy like 13. Fuck out of here! You're not gonna get rich. Like,
buying them ain't the problem. When they trying to trade them in, And dude, you know it too. When they pull out that, I live down here in Florida, right? So, dude, you know the ones that are doing, because they walk in with like this little like cash satchel that you're supposed to put cash in if you work at a retail establishment, right?
Yeah.
And you know that thing is
With like the
full.
lock on it, like with
Oh
the key
my
lock.
God, bro. And they start pulling that shit out, and you're like,
I know I'm gonna be there for.
oh my God.
Like, man, come on, dude. Like, you guys aren't gonna get rich off of gas station lottery tickets, okay? Like,
And I have to be careful. I can't really lose my temper anymore in public.
because people are gonna know you. They're gonna be like, listen, you
They're gonna,
fuck down.
yeah. And they're gonna sue him and take some of his T-shirt money.
Oh hell yeah, for sure.
Hey, do you when you say he's goofy? Who's the Mexican cat who fought John Jones and I think won?
Oh
but
yeah,
they didn't.
shit.
Dominic Reyes. Do you think Dominic Reyes is goofy?
I do think he's a weird type of fighter to be at that high
Level 2?
Oh yeah, I'm like, man, you are. But I mean, we were shown that by Provocavic or whatever his name was. He murdered him.
Murdered him.
You haven't heard anything of the guy since. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hospitalized for the rest of his career.
Hey, we didn't get to that. May be the greatest one. Well, I know there's 100 fights that are the greatest fights in UFC history, but that Glover Teixeira fight with whatever that other guy's name is, it starts with a P.
Yeah,
that may be the greatest fight in the history of the UFC.
He won it. I mean, damn, he won it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, what was it? 15 seconds on the clock left. 15 seconds.
Is that Hannah Goldie? You're
somebody just said she has an OnlyFans.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Breaking news.
Oh, let me see his name, Caleb, before we go to this Hannah's Goldie's OnlyFans.
I'm subscribing right now. Stand by. I'll let you know if it's worth it.
Prochaska. Yuri
Prochaska. Yeah.
Prochaska. And when you sign up for this OnlyFans, Justin, that's a you can deduct that from your taxes, right?
That's why I'm going to use my business card for this, because it's for business. Like, this is research.
Yeah, live on the air. We're all three of us are trying to like get our sling T-shirts and so we do this silly show on UFC fights. And wow, Hannah Goldie, copyright disclaimer. Wow.
Okay, it's worth it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's worth it, dog.
It is.
Yeah.
How much is it?
$10.
And for a month?
$10 per month. Yeah.
Dude,
wow.
$10 a month. Would you sell naked photos for $10 a month?
Man, yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, I don't think it's just naked photos, Darian. Hey, Darian, I guarantee you there's UFC fighters who do it. There's CrossFitters that I know, dudes who are straight, who have OnlyFans, and all their clientele is dudes.
Yeah,
and they
get on the OnlyFans. That's the thing that really like gasses me up. Like, damn, man, all these dudes are on these women's OnlyFans, and they would never get on yours. You know what I'm saying? What woman would log in on a website of you just swinging your schlong in the camera?
Justin, do you feel movement down south, Justin? Is it that good?
You know, I didn't want to sit here and just oogle while I'm looking. My initial thought was, yeah, it's good, but it looks. You ain't seeing anything more than what you'd see on the Instagram.
Okay.
I already knew it.
So there's no dudes in there doing stuff to her.
No, man.
No. Well, this guy who has an OnlyFans page told me that like you put up a menu, and then people pay for stuff. So he like for $6 you can see this guy do the splits naked, or for $250 you can buy his underwear, and he I think he makes like $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
Oh yeah, you see him do the splits naked for $6, but he'll
sell
underwear.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
He said that you just put up a menu of stuff you'll do, and then people click on it and you do it.
$6 fucking. Are you fucking kidding me?
Here, I've got one.
When's the last time you've done the splits naked, Darian?
I don't know if I've ever done it. I don't know if I've ever.
Justin, when's the last time you've done the splits naked?
I've never done the splits clothed.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Man, I mean, that's crazy. That's
Show me Paul Craig's head, please, Caleb. I want. Is it easier to punch a dude who has a big head?
what? No, hell no. Like
No.
dudes who have big heads are
Yeah.
like, I mean, that thing is fucking solid. I fought
Dude,
a guy.
that
I
shit
fought a guy
is
with a
huge.
huge. Look at the guy's head next to him. I mean, holy
Yes.
shit. You know what I mean? He could have ate that
This is
guy.
like the evolution photo.
Literally.
The evolution of man. Look at these heads.
Yeah, I mean, that kid on the side of him really has a fucking noggin on him as well.
It's probably his son.
Yeah.
Paul Craig versus Vulcan. Okay, we'll come back to that.
But I will say,
Dude
Yes.
looks like Rob Riggle.
punching a big head, I've broken my hand punching a guy with a big head. I put him out, but I mean, I knew my hand was broken like halfway into the fight before he ever went out.
So big head means hard head.
Hard head, hard.
Yeah, they don't get big and like soft like a balloon. The more air you put in a balloon, the easier it is to pop. The heads don't work that way.
No, that's not. It's fucking. That's bone mass right there. Like,
That
So it's
dude
not- it doesn't even mean the
I guarantee
brain-
He dreams in HD.
What did you say?
I said I guarantee that dude dreams in HD.
Yes, it's a big old widescreen theater in there.
I'm telling you, that's fucking wild.
Okay, let's go to Patty, the baddie.
I'll tell you.
Go
I'm
ahead.
I'm excited about this fight because the dude he's fighting, I'm not a fan. I hate the fact that the dude twerks in the ring. Pisses me the fuck off. You know what I mean? But he's beating people, you know? And
His
if-
knockout in his UFC debut is insane.
Yes. And Patty said one thing at the beginning of his career, and I think he will regret it. He said, "I'm a scoutser. We don't get knocked out." All right. That's something that Liverpool calls themselves
Challenge.
for one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Challenge. And for one, Darren Till's a scoutser, and he's been fucking slept 3 times.
What is a scoutser?
I have no clue. I guess that's what they call themselves in Liverpool. I don't know. It's like a boys' club. You
It
know.
sounds like a fish, like in some just scuzzy pond.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Let's go get ourselves some scoutsers.
Go fish some scouters. I call it a
It's people
scout.
from Liverpool.
Okay.
That's it, huh? Just people, huh? That's what they
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, he takes a lot of punches to, have put that up there. You know what I mean? Like, why would you take that much damage to your head in a fight and just, he tests it. He tests it all the time. So if this guy knocks him out and then twerks, you're done, Patty. You're done, Patty boy.
How about Patty saying he's going to teabag him?
Dude,
Yeah.
I was about to say that's the equivalent of like capping somebody in Call of Duty and then just sitting over there and just teabagging them while they sitting there just watching.
And that's the reference Patty used. He said, "I'm going to teabag him like on Call of Duty."
Wait, you can really do that in the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it's
it's
like
hilarious.
you just like push the crouch button and unpush it, and the guy like
Yeah.
jumps up and down like this on their face.
Damn. Yep, that's official teabagging. Hey, go back to Scouser, Beaver. I want to see the it said it's an insulting term, so it's kind of like they own it. I'm a Scouser. It's like it's supposed to be an insult, but they're owning it, saying he's a Scouser. Liverpool's the UK's 5th largest. The word scouse comes from the word lobscouse, which is a type of stew that was brought to Liverpool by Norwegian soldiers. Okay, so it's a soup with like old underwear and a boot in it and hot water, and you stir it.
Okay, that's fucked.
That's what I think it is. Hey, can you go look at Shaq DM'd Patty? Did you see? Can you pull that up, Caleb, and play that? This kind of blew me away. What is Shaq doing fucking with a wannabe like Patty?
Look, he messaged me on the 5th of September last year, just after my first fight, yeah. And then look, lad, I didn't see the message till the 29th of January. I left them on unread for fucking 5 months. I blanked Big Shaq for 5 months. Felt terrible, lad, because he's an absolute legend. What a guy Big Shaq is, lad.
From now then.
Big Shaq, you're the man, lad. Get on me again, lad. And this time I won't leave you on red, I promise you. I'll get back to you as soon as. Go that, brother.
He's fucking, dude. This guy is he is a piece of work, dude. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Liverpool accent and all that. I can see why Dana White loves these guys like that. I mean, their accent sells. No one. Go ahead.
I'm with the comment here. I can't get past the hair. He looks like the dude off Kingpin.
Yeah.
You remember Kingpin back in the day?
Great movie. Great movie.
Rowdy Roddy Piper wannabe. That's accurate.
He's fucking and I don't. Do they just give haircuts like that in Liverpool or what?
Make me look like the Beatles. Make me look like John Lennon.
That is what it is.
And Ted Bundy.
They probably listen to the fucking Beatles over there still.
Jordan Levitt said that the reason why Patty acts like that is it's just blind bravado and it's masking insecurity.
Well,
thoughts?
Anybody? He can twerk in the ring. So if you can do that, that guy's married as well. He has a wife.
He's been on my show like 5 times.
What?
Yeah. Mr. Jordan. Hey, I want to ask you this about him too. Click on he's the longest guy in the gym, Caleb, on that link. Do you want this kind of made me nervous.
Gym?
Yes.
Generally a black guy. I've been in plenty of locker rooms, you know what I'm saying?
He is. I don't like his new haircut for this fight. But these are the people he trains with, and in here he said he's been in that gym longer than anyone. You don't want to be the senior guy in a gym, right, Darian?
I mean, I guess it depends on what type of coaching they have, but I mean, are athletes coming through? Let's say, has he been fighting longer than everybody in that gym, or is he just the longest one that's at that gym and more people who have been fighting have came there? That's what you got to look at. I mean, if they've all...
I don't recognize one person in that photo.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't either at all.
Like, I'd like to see him in a gym with like 5. I'd like to see him in a gym with like 5 dudes I know. So it's like, oh shit,
that's Steve-O.
He's training with Steve-O.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, but Patty Pimblett, I mean, he only trains with that girl. I don't see him in the fucking gym with anybody either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good point.
So, I mean,
there isn't anyone who can fight in the entire United Kingdom. He's the only dude who can fight.
Literally, literally. And I mean, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Either way, Patty Pimblett knocks this guy out. Cool, man. You keep going. You know what I'm saying? And your name lives on. But if this guy twerk cracks him, I'm ready for it too.
What do you see, Justin? You see something funny in the comments?
Yeah. It said his hair looked like Stewart from Mad TV. That's hilarious.
Oh, dude, that's dead on. I seen someone put that on one of his posts before. He does look like Stewart.
My God.
I forget that.
Tom Aspinall, undefeated in the UFC, going against a guy that has only lost to Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou, and probably in my opinion, one of the most underrated fighters ever to fight, Curtis Blades. I mean, Curtis. Oh wow,
Dead ass.
Wow, man.
Dude, yeah, that is legit.
Yeah, he should put some rouge on.
Bring back a skit for that. That comedian should bring back a skit for Patty Pimblett.
So we have the undefeated Tom Aspinall heavyweight going against Curtis Blades. Huge fight for both of them. This is why being a UFC fighter is so fucking crazy. Like, this isn't a title fight, but it might as well be a title fight because you had both guys have to win this for their careers move forward. If they win, they move backward if they lose. Can you bring up the UFC? What do you guys think about Tom Aspinall? Oh, and I want to show you one more thing. Who the fuck hasn't trained with Nicky Rodriguez? Look at this photo with Curtis Blades over at B Team in Austin. Man, everyone goes over there and trains with him. I cannot believe how many people. And Nicky Rod doesn't even show off. Like, if you go to his Instagram, you don't see pictures of Curtis Blades on there. You guys know who this guy is? I've had him on the podcast a bunch of times too. The guy in the middle with the shirt off. He was training jiu-jitsu with Gordon Ryan, and they had a breakup. And this guy and Gordon Ryan's brother and his brother and Craig Jones, they all went to Austin, Texas, and started a jiu-jitsu school called the B Team.
Does he fight?
No, he doesn't fight in the UFC, but he does the Who's Number One stuff.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him of him before.
Yeah, young kid. As a white belt, the rumors were coming out that Gordon Ryan couldn't keep him off his back. And so that's where he's got, and they started calling him the Black Belt Slayer. If you type in his name, Nicky Rod, there's a great little documentary on him where he goes to the Abu Dhabi fight championships. What do they call it thing? The ADCC in Abu Dhabi. And he goes there as a blue belt and takes second place, or maybe as a purple belt. I can't remember. But he's a savage. He's crazy aggressive.
He looks crazy fucking built. I'll tell you that. Right?
Yeah, he's a brick shit house. Yeah. And when he puts his arms like this, he looks like a fucking condor.
Really? Yeah, he looks. I mean, you can even tell by his calves. His calves look like they've been fucking lifting weights longer than he has.
But Curtis Blades is a different kind of creature. Do you who do you like, can we go to the list? Who do you got in that, guys? Let's just start there right at the top. Curtis Blades or Tom Aspinall. And Aspinall's undefeated in the UFC.
I got Curtis Blades.
Me too.
I mean, he's like you said, the only people he's gotten beat by are people who baptize people. I mean, they straight.
Only two. Derek Lewis and he lost to Ngannou twice.
Yeah. Can you imagine
taking Aspinall?
You know how hard he hits, and then you said, yeah, I'm going to do it again. I'll fight him again. Fuck it. Let's go.
And Justin's been up all night, and he's not playing with the full deck of cards.
Dude, just strung out right now. I've got that meth stare. Like I'm zoned. I'm ready.
What did you? Hey, are you in the Air Force?
No,
Justin. Navy.
No, I'm an
Army.
amateur gynecologist.
Oh, I knew it. So you just been up all night looking at pussy.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
Can't blame
No,
you.
I do work for the government.
You do.
Oh, you do? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, I got a full time. Yeah.
And he has been up all night. You really have been, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, what were you just like walking around helicopters all night, just making sure no one like
I
stole
was
one?
walking around doing the helicopter all night.
Yeah. Send me the video.
You got a pretty. It's a pretty like high up job in the government or what?
Yeah, I guess.
They allow you.
I've got a top secret clearance.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let me know. How many aliens have you seen? Let's just clear the cobwebs.
So what's the next fight we're going over?
Yeah.
Alexander Gustafsson trains with Hazmat Chimaev. He said it's like they're like family over there. He went up to heavyweight. Now he's coming back down to light heavyweight. He did beat, I think, Glover Teixeira, and he did beat Jan Blachowicz. And I think when he saw that both of those guys became champions, he's like, fuck it, I'm coming back to the UFC. I think I can do it. He's had 3 shots at the title and never been able to pull it off. He is by many claimed to be the greatest UFC fighter ever to not win a belt. Alexander Gustafsson going against Nikita Krylov. If you go to Nikita Krylov's Instagram, he looks like a fucking Russian hitman. I know that's racist, but I can't help it. I'm a little bit racist.
It happens. Racism.
It happens, yes. A little bit happens.
I feel like I hope Alexander Gustafsson. I mean, I don't wish anything horrible in his career, but I'm not a fan of him because I'm a fan of John Jones. John Jones, GOAT, and that's why you got your ass whooped. You know what I mean? Twice by John.
So why are you a fan of John Jones? How do you manage all the chaos in his life with the amazing fighter that he is? How do you manage that as a fan? You have sympathy, compassion, empathy? What is it? You're just a good dude?
This is where I'm at with it. I love him for fighting. I don't give a fuck who he is when he goes home. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my part. You know what I mean? Who has a perfect life when they go home? No one. You know what I mean? So, you walk out of the cage and smack your wife twice and sleep with 2 hookers and do cocaine. Hey, you know what I mean? That's who you want to be. I just love the fact that you can get in that cage and literally no one can beat you. Like, that's what makes me a fan. He just, like when he's in there, you can even tell. Like, I mean, I don't even have an inkling of feeling that anyone can beat him anytime he matches up with him. And he's been doing this since he was 22 years old. 22 years old, he took a UFC and have been winning ever since. You show me somebody like that, and you know, I'll give them props, and I'll make sure, like, yo, man, maybe John Jones is not that good. Who's that?
Someone asked what's Justin's Instagram.
Oh,
just type in Justin Nunley into Google, and you'll see it's just fucking nuts. He owns the first 50 pages, asshole. Gets sharing no real estate with nobody. Hey, has anyone ever leaned into being that guy? Like, just like, yeah, I hit my wife, so what? Has anyone, you know how like everyone's like, Tiger Woods is like, they caught him like for fucking like 23 girls. And I think he should have leaned into it. Yeah, I'm a fucking sex addict. I got a huge cock and it needs to be serviced. And I'm not good husband material. Instead, Nike has him making a fucking commercial where he's like, I'm so sorry. I wish I would have chosen a different path.
Yeah.
Like, I know I don't lean into shit like that. Because everybody's thinking corporate, man. It's all about the sponsors.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would buy a pair of Air Tiger Woods if he would have just come clean. Yeah.
Just say, hey,
I have this problem around super hot chicks.
Yeah.
And not who the hell doesn't?
Yeah, literally. And put that in perspective. What normal guy that would have?
Hey, Justin's job has no hot chicks. The only job less than your job, Darian, that has less hot chicks is fucking Justin's job.
Hold on, my job has hot chicks in it.
It does?
There's not a lot of them, House.
Which job?
Hey, they're hot until their second fight when their fucking face gets rearranged.
I don't know, man. I was at the UFC Performance Center back several months ago, and there's some good looking women walking around there that work there. Like I was like,
and you got to think the ring girls too. We have the ring girls. Come on now.
Hey, and pretty classy looking ring girls too. Not these the ones that the boxing uses are a mess.
I noticed this the last fight. This is the first time I've noticed this. They thickened up, man.
Yes, they have thickened up a little bit.
Did you notice this?
Yes, like I thought maybe they were just all on their period and they're cycling together.
Man, I'm telling you, hey, they brought in some thick girls for this last one.
Hey, does the black girl have real tits?
I think they are.
Oh,
I think they are too. She might be the only one.
Dude, I think it's because, like, you know, I mean,
she's fucking crazy. She's the only one. Every time she's on, I tried to go to her Instagram. I refuse to follow.
I think it's
but I go look. I go take a peek.
You know, more guys like, you know, bigger women than they do, you know, just skinny ass, and then I got a set of fake tits. You know what I mean? Like that's a no-go. You know, you got a little butt on you and you got some thighs. You're like, oh, what?
A lot of butt.
Yeah.
I look at little things like that because I'm like, are they trying to reach a demographic they ain't trying to reach yet? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at stuff like that. I'm like, it's marketing, man.
I'm a scientist. I just think they're on their period. That's the difference between me and you, Justin. You're a marketing man. I'm a scientist.
What would you do in 4 years? You seen a fat chick and a two-piece up there, huh?
Fuck that. I'm switching over to boxing. Hey, I'm not supporting that. It's not that I don't. I think there's some fucking hot fat chicks who I would fucking jump all over if I wasn't married. But no, I'm not supporting that. The sick economy.
I'm not doing it. We're not. Be fucking hilarious, though. I will have to say, if there was a plus size ring chick, I'm gonna have to say she would be famous as fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see it. Go Dana. Oh. How about a tranny? You want a tranny? You want a cross dressing? You want to do it?
I'm chill on that one. I'm chill on that.
Justin's like, I'm never coming on your show again.
I just sit here and smile. You ain't catching me up.
I'm gonna go with my boy Jordan Levitt in that fight. And I hope he takes it to the ground quickly because I think Patty has some very violent hands.
Ooh, he has some violent ground too, though.
He does.
Violent, like in the Cage Warriors. Holy shit! He had submissions that bodied people. I mean, he did a triangle on a guy while he was still while the guy was still standing, and Patty was on top of his shoulders, and he put him in a triangle, and then commenced to elbowing him in his face until he
Damn.
fell to the ground and tapped out.
Where's the
Damn.
O2 Arena?
London. And this fight is tomorrow at 11. I think these fights start tomorrow at 11 a.m. Hey, and this is supposedly going to be, Dana said when he was there last time, it was the loudest arena in UFC history. So it's going to be fucking loud in there.
Wasn't it
Cheering
the
for
last?
McGregor
Patty.
fought the last time they were there in that arena, right?
Did they? I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought
Think-
Patty fought there before too, hadn't he? Like the last fight. I thought that because he was saying something about, I don't know. They were saying something about how Patty's been in that arena before because they did Cage Warriors there or something. I don't know.
Who do you got, Darian? Justin, you got Patty, right?
Yeah.
I'm going Levitt. Let's go.
Hey,
Good,
are you
me too.
keeping track of this so we can recap it when we come back on? That way
Okay, I
can-
will. I will.
That way I
Okay.
can talk shit to y'all.
So Jordan is Darian. Oh, can you pull up can you go to Google and pull up the UFC schedule? Caleb, and I'll put, so Jordan is Darian and Sevan. That's me. And Patty is Mr. Nut, is CIA agent. I'm just gonna call you CIA. You're CIA.
Yeah.
FBI, female body inspector, baby.
Okay, and Curtis Blades and Aspinall. Darian and I have Curtis.
I had Aspinall. And I'm not just picking against y'all.
Yes, you are.
I promise I'm not. I'm trying to win here.
Aspinall is Mr. CIA. And okay, Jack Hermansen and Chris Curtis.
I'm
Curtis.
You are nuts. That guy's 171 pounds. Jack, there's gonna be a 25-pound weight difference when they get in the
Just
ring.
wait till we come back on the show. We
All right,
can
fine.
replay your soundbite right there,
Fine,
and then you'd be like, you know what, Nunley, you're right.
Chris. Nunley, you're right. Nunley. I'm gonna practice it
right.
all day today. Nunley, you're right. I'm gonna look up to the heavens. Nunley.
I'm gonna ride with Justin on this, and I'm gonna go Curtis.
Let's go. Let's go.
Dude, you never know.
Look how fucking ugly Jack Hermansen is. He looks like he fell out of a 1950s fight movie.
I do. Yes, I understand that, but I don't know. There's just a feeling in my loins that says
You got a feeling in your loins.
Deep down in his loins.
That's because Justin gave you the password to fucking Goldie's fucking OnlyFans.
It's not that good. It's not worth it. It's not worth the $10. You can see everything you would see.
Hey, look at that? That's women. Any women who are watching the show, listen. He just summed up all of us men. When he first looked at her account, he's like, "Yeah, it's good. It's worth it."
Yeah.
6 minutes later, he's over it. That's how we are. That's how we are.
Period.
Well,
I'm in love with you. I'm not.
The first couple pictures, I was like, the first couple pictures, I was like, oh, we're gonna get some good stuff. No.
Just stayed at that first couple picture kind of rate. Huh?
Yeah. I was like,
Okay.
this is gonna be racy.
Chris Curtis, Nunley, and Darian. Wow, Mr. Weeks.
I know. I don't know, man. Maybe he just shocks the world.
Jody, I have to listen to this later. UFC London, can't wait. Yeah, and you got to listen soon too, because there's not going to be time tomorrow because the fights happen in the morning. Okay, who's next? Who's next here? Mr. Beaver, C Beaver, Alexander Gustafsson versus Nikita Krylov. I'm going last this time. I'm gonna let you guys say your silly shit.
I'm taking Gustafsson.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm taking Gustafsson as well.
Okay.
I thought he was going to
Good.
pick against us.
Good. We can be friends.
The whole damn last fight, we were texting back and forth on who picked what here, and didn't nobody have a damn clue who they picked.
Well, I'm writing it down this time. Molly McCann riding the Patty Pemblett train, or Hannah OnlyFans Goldie Tittums. Hey, I don't respect the fighter who got fake titties. She got fake titties, huh?
But
Yeah,
she's,
yeah.
you know they did. Come on now. I think there was a post that I seen of hers like 3 years ago, and she had no tits at all.
Yeah, I just don't think it screams professionalism unless your titties have to do with your.
I'm gonna let you
sport.
know when Joanna Jacek got titties.
Yeah.
That's when she started getting knocked out.
Yeah, I believe it. I don't.
You think it made her top heavy?
I don't know what. I mean, they look top heavy. Shit.
Hey, I want her body looks like her parents were drinking when she was in the womb. I know it's not nice, but she looks malnourished as a motherfucker. And I know she's a great fighter and she beat me up, come over to my house and beat me up. But this fucking chick is
Are you talking about Molly?
No. Molly looks like her parents were fucking eating Big Macs in the womb. Joanna is she's like made of bird bones.
Dude, yeah. She's
tiny.
And
her shoulders are all folded in and shit.
Yeah, her back looks like it's all like
yeah.
I know what you mean there. Yeah.
She's like part like vulture, like little California condor in her or something. You know what I mean? She's like, yeah.
I feel that. She does. Her body is weird. And not only that, her limbs are like unexpectedly long. You know, like her arms are long and all bony. And yeah, she looks like.
And those titties did give her some skanky sex appeal, but I just don't respect it. I liked her as a fighter. I was a huge fan, but then she got those, and I'm like, hey man, like I just think of weight cut. Why did you put more weight on you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like you put solid weight that you can't drop off. Like that's not normal weight. That's just silicone in there now.
She does look like she started like a informational show that you watched like when you was in middle school about bulimia.
Yes. Something's like there's a malnourished component to her.
Straight up. I mean, and it's yeah, you're right. It does have that little, sex appeal look to her for some reason, but hey,
well, have you seen that? Have you seen maybe Justin even showed it. Have you seen that video on social media where the girl's hot, but she takes these water balloons and she puts them in her shirt? And even though
I've got a draft saved, I should post that today.
Even when you see her put them in and they're just water balloons, my dick starts to get hard. Dude, I'm like, what are you doing? We just saw their water balloons, dumb shit. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, all right.
hey, I got a video. I should just drop it today now. I've got one with me throwing some on and getting on a treadmill.
Yes, do it. Please do it.
Darren,
I was actually thinking about that too. I was thinking that I could come on here and you guys want to fuck me if I did that. I would just go like put my head up here and throw in some titties.
I'm gonna have y'all starched up later.
It's crazy. We're garbage. Men are garbage.
Garbage. I mean, the first sensual thing we see, we're like, oh yeah, we're on it.
Yeah. Hey, and you know how stupid we are too? Like if a girl if you're hanging out with one of those Muslim girls who's like completely covered and then she shows you her ankle, you're like, yeah, I saw some ankle. You're like excited.
Dude, I've been to the Middle East. I lived there for like 6 months or so when we went down to the mall.
Oh, that's weird. Caleb, he's been in the Middle East. Where did you say you were, Caleb? Where are you right now?
Somewhere.
We went to the mall.
Caleb's in the Air Force. He won't tell us what he deployed a few weeks ago. He won't tell us where the fuck he is.
Okay. So we went down to the mall and the women, like you can't see anything about them but their eyes. And it is a psychological thing because I'm telling you, those women's eyes were the most gorgeous eyes I have ever seen in my life. That's all you can see though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm coming on the next show like this.
Straight up. We're going to be like, hell yeah, Sevan. You have gorgeous eyes.
Look at Darian's like, fuck this. I'm moving into a handicap spot. He just pulled over 3 spots.
Darian, do you know what vabbing is?
What is it called?
Vabbing.
I don't know what vabbing is.
Don't look it up.
Definitely look it up, Caleb. Definitely look it up.
Don't use your government computer, Caleb.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Good advice. Hold on. I'll look up vabbing. Oh shit.
Caleb already knows what I do.
Basically you wear your vagina fluid as perfume. You put your fingers inside yourself, dab your juices on your wrist, neck, behind the ears. Wow.
I might be into that.
You really are. You like John Jones and you're down with vabbing. I mean, you are an eclectic man. If you lived in New York, you'd have like some a season pass to some like Broadway shows and shit. I mean, you do it all.
Hey, I just texted you a video a few minutes ago. Sevan.
Okay. Is
Hey,
it
pull that up? Yeah.
okay?
I think Darren will really like the first part of this video.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Dabbing
Uh-oh.
at the gym.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Hey, this is going to kill two birds with one stone, because this is also a the kind of ring girl.
Exactly. That's what I thought about that a while ago, and I was like, I'm bringing this vabbing up.
Okay, yeah, this is brilliant.
I'm so good at getting conversation sidetracked, ain't I?
This is for God, I hope I can get the sound to work here. This is for you. This is specifically for Darian Weeks, UFC welterweight. This I dedicate this video to you.
Dabbing at the gym.
Don't go look that up. Trust me on this one. Do not leave this video and go to Google. Listen,
I got it.
Did you know that I'm telling you, do not go look that up? Now you do.
Now you do.
I got a reminder that I have a Zoom meeting right now until 1 o'clock. I don't think it's going to take that long.
Did you hear that? That was a voice. Oh, it went just straight to a voice.
I'm glad you didn't play something really bad off that.
Yeah. Darren, did you say you have to go right now?
No. I'll have to go in a few minutes, but I'm still good. It was my thing was messing up for some reason.
Let's get through these next couple
I'm still
fights.
good. That's crazy.
Okay.
I guess when you do that, I guess kind of getting, a preview of what.
Bye-bye. Oh, good. He's into dabbing. We had to kick. Sorry, guys. That pushed the show too far. I will not have people on my show who support women's rights or dabbing.
He needs to, dude. We need to donate some money to Darian so he can get off Cricket Wireless. What was up with that shitty service?
Hey, is there a Southern cell phone company called Cricket?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we don't got that in California.
They sell that shit at Walmart, man.
That's awesome. We don't have that shit in California. We only have stuff where they can listen to you and censor you. Okay, let's go look at so who are we picking between Molly McCann and Hannah? I'm going with Molly. Yeah.
Molly.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to, but I got to. So that's Nunley and Sevan. Should we just pick for Darian?
Yeah, he's gonna pick Goldie.
Yeah, I think so too.
He just texted me and said, "I'm taking Goldie."
Perfect. And Paul Craig or Volkan Ozdemir.
Oh,
that's tough. Oh man, that's tough.
Dude, that's identical.
I'm going with Volkan, even though Paul Craig's jiu-jitsu is insane.
I was leaning more towards Paul Craig.
I think it's smart. Okay, so Nunley with Paul Craig, Sevan with and he didn't like Volkan. He said he's a goofball, so we'll give him Paul Craig too. Darian
didn't even try to get back in the studio.
No. Hey, was that I should cover my nose too? Oh yeah. What if I covered my eyes and everything and I just left my nose out? You think people would think my nose is sexy then? Oh, that's fucking brilliant. No, there isn't. Fuck you, geez Louise. There is no cricket in California. You're not from California. Get out of here. Try to fucking belittle my state. Is there anyone else, Caleb, on the is there anyone else on the did we go through them all?
Caleb. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
You already know what I do.
I might have looked you up.
Yeah. I figured. I was like, hey, he already knows.
I found you on the global.
Yep. Good old global.
I have a drafted email actually that I was going to send to you and I forgot, but I got
should have sent it.
Oh God, Caleb, you're such a dork. You drafted an email to send to fucking Mr. TikTok.
I got nervous. Okay, jeez.
No, just send him like a nude of yourself.
No. You can get both of our shit quarantine. I've went through having my shit quarantine before. It ain't fun.
So I think we're not going to do the prelim card. We're done. There's no one down there I want to talk about. Is there anyone you want to talk about in the prelims?
Well, I don't know. You clicked away from it.
The only guy on
You
there
got some
that's worth,
fast fingers, Sevan.
that's Caleb's fault. The only guy that I'm interested in down there is that guy, Muhammad Mokev. He beat Chris Durden a couple weeks ago, and he's already fighting again. He's a savage. He's a savage. I think that's the only fight I might watch. Oh, look at that! There he is.
Why we got that?
I know, just straight cock shot of Darian.
What happened?
Hey, everyone stand up.
It was that low?
Yeah.
Oh, well, sorry about that. I didn't know.
He was vabbing. He was vabbing.
I was
More
vabbing.
meat than a double whopper.
Hey, Darian, we picked Paul Craig for you over Vulcan, and we picked you got Hannah Goldie over Molly McCann, but we went with Molly McCann. You want Goldie or McCann?
No, dude, I'll take Goldie. I'm cool with that.
You slut.
Hey, do y'all drink Trulies?
Yes, if I have to. Wow.
Good Truly advertisement there.
Wow. That's incredible.
I truly will now. I truly will now. But no, I do have to go now. I got I'm at the barbershop. Sorry about that.
Look at your ceiling, Darian.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. That's
Can't hide
dope.
money. Can't hide money, dog.
Never seen it.
Wow. That's nice. Hey, what's the name of that place?
The Weekly Barber.
What city?
Sedalia, Missouri. You never been there before, but it's a place that Justin promised he would come get a haircut.
Let's go.
Sedalia, Missouri. And did you call it the Weekly Barber because you encourage people to come in weekly and get their shit touched up?
Yep, and also to have a play on words, my last name is Weeks. So
oh, that's right. All right.
Hey, how far did you say you're outside of St. Louis?
Oh, St. Louis, 2 hours.
It's worth the drive.
Yeah.
I'll make it happen.
I like that. That's what I'm talking about. And then Sevan can come down just for kicks and giggles.
You could trim my pubes. I got a big old Armenian Middle Eastern bush.
I'll shave that beard off you. You know, when you didn't have the beard, I was looking at old pictures when you didn't have the beard, and you look like two separate people. I mean, you look like the little brother used to beat up when you didn't have the beard.
I went from dad to grandpa. What'd you say, Nunley?
Is it Sevan or Sevan?
It's Sevan, but neither of those. It's neither of the ones you said, but I answered all of them.
He said both of y'all are wrong.
But I answered all of them. Two superstars like you. Call me whatever you want. Just call me.
Well, definitely. And then, whenever we do a recap or when we do it next week or whenever, I'll have fight news for you guys as well.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and I want to say something. Those fucking people who are doing the write-up about the Ian Gary fight and your fight, they're fucking idiots. That was he did not have that was a great fight.
Yeah.
That was a great back and forth. They're full of shit.
Darian, before you go, I got one thing. I don't know if you've noticed yet or not, but this is a little known fact. Beside Sevan is the original casting couch.
Oh, really?
Come over here and get some. Hey, that couch, I don't even have to vab. I can just go like this.
That's what I was going to say. It probably has vab all on it, boy. That's
all vabbed up.
Oh, my goodness.
You see a couch, I see a jar of vab.
But yeah, no. Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I can't wait till next week. It's next week, correct?
Yeah, next week is UFC 277. Pena, Amanda Nunes, Brandon Moreno, Kai Karkar, Derek Lewis. It's gonna be crazy. Anthony Smith, Paulo Costa, Luke Rockhold canceled. Duh.
Oh, soft.
Duh.
Soft.
Luke Rockhold. I bet you it's Luke Rockhold, right? It's for sure Luke Rockhold.
Both of them are pussy.
Oh yeah. Luke Rockhold probably sprained his pinky, and Paulo Costa fucking got a needle stuck in his ass.
Oh, straight up. That was definitely what happened.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a good one.
Thanks.
Take it easy. He's a good dude.
He's awesome. Hey,
I really like him.
Like more than you like me?
No, I mean, I like both of you. I mean, he's
Okay.
he's just really just chill, man.
And real.
Yeah.
Podcast I did with him was dope. Do you work next Thursday night, the night shift also?
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's next week?
I feel bad having you come on Friday mornings when
Dude,
you
I don't-
fucking work all day.
No,
Thursday.
I stay up on Fridays anyways because I don't work Friday nights. So I'm going to stay up all day anyway.
Oh, and then try to get back on your clock tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I'll text you tomorrow night when I'm sitting down watching the fights. I'll bug you and Darian.
Hey, just so y'all know, Sevan got in his feelings last night. He's like, well, I guess we're not doing a podcast tomorrow, guys. Guess we're not doing anything tomorrow. He been texting, ain't nobody answered him back for nothing. I thought I had. That's my bad.
Hey, do you know how I justify it in my head so I text you a bunch of times this week, you didn't respond, and then last night right before I went to bed, I'm like, I guess we're not doing the show tomorrow, like a little bitch, and you said no, why not? And I'm like, and then when you sent me that voice message saying, oh, I opened it, I just didn't respond to it. I'm like, oh, I thought, oh, I do that to my favorite people because I want to write something thoughtful to them. That means I must be one of Justin's favorite people because he wanted to write something. So that's how I justified. I was like,
dude, I'm telling you, like if you sent me a text, and so I've had 2 texts come through while I've been sitting here, right?
Yeah.
I will open them up, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I do this, but if it's a long text, like I will open it up so I can read it, and I'll be like, oh, I'll text them back in a minute, and I will leave it on that screen. And then in the course of like my ADD brain, I'll close it out to go do something else, and then I'll never come back to that text message.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I decided I was going to do? This is at all seriousness, out of moral, not moral, out of personal accountability and responsibility. I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to schedule a fucking show every single Friday. And if Darian and Justin to do these UFC shows, and if Darian and Justin can't make it, then it's up to me to carry the show by myself. Don't be a pussy.
I mean, that's how I live life. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah. Don't be a pussy. Just
That's
vab.
what I always tell my kids.
Vab. Lean in. Vab.
Crystal hates it too.
That you're not a pussy?
No, that I tell on the. I mean, like literally on the reg. I'm like,
oh,
stop being a pussy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what's funny is I would have never thought that I would say that to my kids, but I say that to them too. But I whisper it in their ear really. Don't be a pussy.
Oh no,
and they love it. They start laughing.
Do you know how many people get offended over you telling your own kid stop being a pussy?
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah. I just throw it out there.
We'll be at the tennis courts, and I'm like, time to go home. And one of my kids will start crying. I don't want to go home. I walk over like, don't be a pussy until we get home. I don't want anyone to see that I have.
Hey, the last time I was on, how did the tournament go?
I'm sure I don't even know what you're talking about, but we won. Savages. My boys are I have the 3 greatest kids in the world.
Okay, because remember your son came in, and I was asking if he was excited, and he's being all shy about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it was already off air when that happened.
The in all fairness, the tennis tournaments, he usually probably wins like half the games, but he's so fucking young. Like he doesn't play anyone his age. He's 7 and he plays 10.
Tennis. I was thinking it was karate in my head for some reason.
Yeah, he does that too. He does jiu-jitsu. We got a jiu-jitsu tournament coming up.
Listen, did you know that I have a black belt, 2nd degree?
No, serious?
Yeah. I mean, let's not get to it. It's Taekwondo, you know.
Oh, but that's still impressive.
Yeah.
Hey, you've never done the splits in your life?
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
I've got a pretty.
So you've done them naked also?
No.
And left the snail trail?
No. I've got one badass picture of me when I first got my black belt, and it's me doing a front kick, and I'm telling you, I was basically doing the split standing.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Where would you rank martial arts training as the importance of things you've done in your life?
Toward the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, like it teaches you discipline.
Great people do great shit.
And it'll
just whatever they do.
Real quick. I told my instructor one time, I said, let's spar together. And I was like just a red belt at the time, right? And he's like, was like, let's go. I was all feeling all full of myself. No.
And what happened?
He put me in check.
He did. He did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Big time.
Like had to go to the dentist and check?
No, not that bad. I mean, we was wearing the sparring gear.
Justin, are you Army combative certified? Is that something? Is that real? That question? Is that?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's not really in the Army. Don't worry, Sevi. Me and Elise will come on you.
Huh?
I think she forgot a word. Oh, shit. Sevan can't get mad at anyone for I know. I'm horrible. I know.
Attempt the splits right now? No.
I'm horrible.
Listen, I would rather stick my wiener in a meat grinder than try to do the splits right now. I'm tight, man. I sat down too much. Like my hamstrings are so tight, it's ridiculous.
Your job? You sit down at your job?
Yeah.
Oh God! For some reason, I picked you up standing. I picked you up standing, walking around, doing shit.
No, the only time I'm really walking around a whole lot is when I'm on the phone and I'm a pacer. I'm not National Guard.
So Beaver, you can tell me what he does when we get off. When we kick him off, you'll tell me.
Oh, I'll tell you when we get off air.
Okay. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Great show. We're all you great people in here who watch all the shows. Thank you. It's really cool that Darian and Justin do this and they come on this Podunk show. And I will see you guys. We have a show tonight with J.R. Howell and Taylor Self. It's gonna be a big one. Talk about the 2022 CrossFit Games programming. Love you guys. Bye.